What's scary is that like right now this Chat GPT 4, it can pass like the bar exam. Yeah,
Wow.
it's very
that
scary.
crazy?
Well, I think what's gonna happen is like, for example, in the next couple, so many students at Carleton, like they've told me in person, they're like, bro, like I don't even give a shit about like school or papers. I just use Chat GPT. They're like, write me a 2,000 word essay, and I see it and it just pops up, and it's very very concerning because there's gonna come a time where like, people are gonna update the software, like turn it in and whatever, and there's gonna come a time where like 20,000 students are gonna get caught at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's bad. It's
So
like,
it'll
it's what are
probably
you
be
gonna
like a
do?
big scandal or something at like honestly every school. Everyone
Yeah.
uses it.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a huge thing because it's the same thing. I hear so many people say, "Oh, I used it for this and this and this." Even like
Yeah,
I know
and
people who
they're
use
not
it for
secretive. Like they told me straight up, they're like,
Yeah.
all my classes, I don't give a shit. Like I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything.
people use it for like cover letters and like literally everything. At this
Yeah.
point, it's crazy.
I actually have a final report this semester in my marketing research class where the professor wants us to use Chat GPT and then fact check it and like find our own sources like externally to like verify it and back it up and make sure that the information's relevant. So I think that's
What?
interesting. I don't think that's something that's going to last forever because then you're still pulling the majority of your assignment from like AI, which is like a bit concerning, but I like the fact that he's like recognizes that it's a reality and is challenging us to kind of like fact check it and make sure that it's like relevant, and so maybe that'll be an eye opener for if this is actually like can
Yeah.
be implemented.
Well, also the concern is like things. I think it's got to the point where like obviously you can't just fail and and expel everybody. I think at some point people are just gonna say we have to accept this, and a lot of jobs will be replaced. For example, like in accounting and finance, it's like we have this thing. Why do we need to hire somebody and pay them $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 a year? Yeah.
You're seeing accounting jobs will be too. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Hopefully not.
I don't think so. It's not that smart. I feel like there's certain things where like, because
You'll always
I've used Chat GPT, everyone's tried it out, and you'll like put in like say like you just put in like I don't know, like a little like write this. They write it, but it's very general. That's the one downside with it because they can't be specific. They can't talk about experience.
Yeah.
They can't grab numbers. That's the whole thing. Like say it was accounting or finance. I don't think they can grab numbers from all these different places and put them together and compile something,
Yeah.
unless it was like a small little like balance sheet or
And there's
Yes.
limits to it, like even not with numbers. Like I was playing around with it for something like not an assignment that I was submitting, but just like for content to include in like games.
It's so fun to play around with.
Yeah, like I was asking it to write like riddles that like hinted to certain things or like give certain answers or like, and sometimes there was limitations. It'd be like, oh, like I don't understand what you're asking for. So I did see that.
Yeah, it's the whole thing because they don't have experience. Like they're not it's not a real person. So
Okay.
they also can't like figure that out or make a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.